So in a very unexpected announcement that I'm sure many people will find very disappointing, Metroid Prime 4, so far the development has apparently not lived up to the standards that Nintendo is seeking, and they are completely scrapping the project and starting over, just completely starting development over basically from scratch. Which means there's no way it's coming out in 2019 this year, as many people expected. It's going to be a 2020 game for certain. At this point, I'm guessing like the latter half of 2020, if we're lucky. I do think that in the meantime, then there'll be even greater push to get the Metroid Prime trilogy on Switch, just to keep up excitement in the meantime. I think that'll be a 2019 thing. But I know a lot of people are going to be incredibly disappointed by this news that Metroid Prime 4 is being completely restarted as far as development and is going to be minimum of a year and a half, 2 years away at this point. But as sad as this news is, and I know a lot of people are just going to be flipping out on YouTube and Twitter and things like that, the reasons behind this, I think, make this a good decision. They were saying that the quality so far at this point in development is just not up to the standard that they were hoping for, and would not live up to the first three Metroid Prime games. And I completely understand and agree with the decision, if you are able to do it, and Nintendo is definitely has the resources to be able to do this, to restart development or bring it to a point where you can make it reach that standard of quality that people are expecting, because this is going to be a huge deal. And as much as a delay really sucks, I always say that a delay for good reasons is better than releasing an unfinished or inferior product, because how would it go down if Metroid Prime 4 comes out and it's terrible, people don't like it, it's a huge disappointment, and it just kind of is a dud, rather than delay it a year and a half, 2 years down the road, rework it, and really make the true Metroid Prime 4 that people want. I know it really stinks to wait, but I feel like in the end, people are going to be happier with the final product, and they are now going to be working more closely with Retro Studios, who are responsible for the other Metroid Prime games, and overall I feel like this is going to end up being a better game. It just really stinks for big fans of the Metroid series, and for Nintendo itself to have made this big announcement and then find out into development that things aren't working out and have to restart. It would be a totally different scenario if it hadn't even been announced yet and we wouldn't even know about this process. But since it is out there, I think a lot of people are going to be upset, but I actually think that this is good news from a perspective of having a better final product at the end, and I do really respect Nintendo for doing this instead of just pushing it out there like I think a lot of other publishers would do, would just push it out there and hope for the best and try and fix things with patches and DLC over the course of a year or so, and it would just be not a great experience. So I'm actually thinking that overall this is surprising news, disappointing news, but at the same time it is in the larger picture outside of just the moment, I think, good news.